Alright, this is the fourth video in my how to cannon rush sequence. This technically is not a cannon rush. This is what I call a Proxy Pylon cannon rush version. This is a hybrid that I actually came up with when I was working with Dizzy, and we were playing actual people, and I was just like, hey, I'm going to do this, and I need you to scan at this point. And he's like, seriously, why are you building cannons and a pylon outside of our opponent's base? I was just like, whatever. So this is us versus computers. It's not as serious of a game. This is during the time when Angry Asian first started playing StarCraft 2, so we had a lot of games that we did were practice rounds against computers. And we still do practice rounds against computers. So as you can see right here, I'm doing a normal wall-off build. That's building a gateway, building a pylon, building a cybernetics core, and I'm also putting in a forge. The reason I'm building a forge is to do the cannon portion of the quote-unquote rush. The thing about Protoss is that you can proxy Pylon, and if you can be very, very successful at it. This couldn't have been that long after Angry Asian started playing, because he started off playing Terran, not Protoss, and he decided that he did like playing Protoss to some extent too. But his first race was Terran, and that's because he also played the campaign, which I didn't, and campaign starts off with Terran. So, as you can see here, I'm building my defense with a little bit of cannons. People will tell you that I go overboard with them. 2 of them is more than enough, I think, in this point. And you can see here that he has a robotics factory. He has a Twilight Cancel. If he gets attacked, he's wide open right here. But he likes to build zealots here to use as his defense. And then I have my robo going here, and the reason I'm building a robo is so I can build a line of sight so I can see something higher, higher ground, and that's the main point I want to point out in this game. So I build my proxy pylon right here, really, really close to the base. The reason I do that is so that once I get an observer or a scan right here, I can actually warp in some units like DTs or zealots right near my opponent's base. And this is the cannon portion of it. I build cannons here so that even if they were going to come back and see where the source of the warp in is coming from, they will get attacked by cannons. And that's why I put this in here for cannon base. You can see here I was wrong. Angry Asian actually was able to protect himself against anything going on, though he does need to learn how to do warp gate, but it's okay. He's actually pretty decent. So as you can see here, I get my observer, and as soon as my observer comes, I warp in some DTs and take out their base. So even if any of these units go to here, to this corner here, they will be attacked by these cannons right here. So that is how you do a rush using, and I continually build more. That is how you do a rush, a version of a cannon rush, but it's mostly a pylon rush. People get confused when they see me build the pylon and the cannons there. They're like, what are you doing? Why are you building it down there? There's different purposes to it, and I actually had an ally who was very confused and was like, you fail at cannon rushing? And I'm like, the whole point was not to cannon rush. It was to build a proxy pylon onto their base to slow them down. I'm going to speed this up a little bit for you. As you can see that they're trying to survive, they're building some more. Even as a DT, if you see cannons going up or they can see you, that doesn't mean that you're dead. It just means they can see you. The thing about DTs is that they're very, very strong, Dark Templars, but they can still cause a decent amount of damage. So right here, they're taking out yellow. Soon enough, we'll take out orange. I am a fast expander. Play any games with me, you'll see that I expand very, very quickly. I was at Angry Asian's house the other day playing StarCraft on his computer, which is a little awkward because you get so used to your own computer build. And he's just like, oh, I see how you fast expand. But it was very weird for him because I fast expand much quicker than he does. And that's why my economy is usually really, really strong. So as you can see here, yellow is out of the game, unless yellow wants to do something else. But yellow is out of the game for the most part. He's not even building anything at this point. So I am going to send my DTs to take out his ally, which is right over here, and I continually send some more DTs towards the base. Now the thing is that they have a sensory tower right here. The misconception about sentry towers is that they can see everything. They can tell you when you have opponents coming your way. They are not an observer, so they can't see everything. What can see everything here are these right here, which are missile turrets. So with Terran, missile turrets and scans can see invisible things such as banshees and DTs, and anything that's covered by a mothership. So, oh, and it can also see anything that's burrowed. So those are things that are invisible. So you can see here that I finally get joined by Angry Asian, who is attacking with Colossus and with Stalkers. But the whole point of this game was to show you this right here, which is a proxy pylon built on the edge of a base. There is another how-to video on how to utilize this to actually build a cannon rush. I will hope to show that to you guys soon. Feel free to subscribe to me, and this is Red Firefly with NewbCast Gaming.